What's up, Sagittarius? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys are new to the channel, please do like, subscribe, share if you enjoy the content. Also, on this channel, I combine consciousness, manifesting, and the universal law of assumption with my tarot and my channeling to look into your situation with a specific person, the dynamic, or the person on your mind, and actually help you to like refocus or get a different outcome, or just shift it if that's something that you would like to do. So if that is your bag, then please do stick with me. I've also got a whole course called Shifted that is, teaches you how to be a conscious and deliberate manifester. Also takes you through what is manifesting, because we're doing it anyway. Helps you to shift dynamics in your love life and explains to you, how to take back your power and control over your reality, and how that would apply to your specific person or any person in your personal reality. So you can check out the course link in the description box of the video. So Sag, we're going to have a look at the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? And then a projected potential outcome. And I say that because all potentials exist. Universal law of assumption. Everything is you pushed out. Creation is finished. So my tarot readings are just check-in points into one version of you and your specific person and the connection that you, Saggy, have manifested or selected out of the infinite that are available right now. You can have anyone or any version of anyone that you want. If you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Saggy that you're being, your identity, and then your dominant thoughts and assumptions pushed out. The mirror must reflect, guys, circumstances, conditions, etc. They don't matter. All the pieces move with you, okay? So let's see. The person on your mind, Saggy, I just saw the Page of Swords in the reverse on the bottom. Three of Pentacles, though, is in the upright. So sometimes it's like the communication can get a little petty. We also have the Three of Pentacles, which is about cooperation. Some of you work with this person. And some of you, work and career is a huge factor, and Page of Swords in the reverse also might be a little bit of this kind of, the communication can get a bit sparse. It also could be kind of keeping an eye on one another. You may be from the same network, so it might be that there are people involved and there's this sort of observation energy. Let me have a look. We've got King of Wands, we've got Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's something about like maybe not trusting the situation 100%. I'm not seeding the assumption for you, Sag, so don't be like, okay, yes, it's true, they're not trustworthy. It's just an energy, okay? So the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. So that you could be dealing with another fire sign. You also could be dealing with someone that's an entrepreneur. Work and career is a factor. It also could be that this is involving a situation where, sure, there could be chemistry, but the Seven of Swords, would I say it's like cheating and lying? Maybe not. Maybe it's like trust issues or a little bit avoiding saying what's what. I mean, let me have a look. Three of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. So in terms of the actual connection, are we on the same page? So like maybe it seems to be that there's an energy between the two of you of avoiding issues, cooperating with one another, Let me have a look. Lots of fire though, Sag. So how do they feel about you? Very passionate about you. And then the Eight of Cups is in the reverse. So guys, it seems to be maybe there's sometimes a little bit of this pullback, a little bit of this trust thing going on. Are we cooperating? Maybe avoiding the conversation of like, can we get on the same page, but unwillingness to kind of completely disconnect. Eight of Cups is definitely like the return energy. So even when it pulls back, there's return. This person doesn't want to let go. Ace of Wands is still a lot of fire for you. Let me see what this Seven of Swords is. Okay. And Sag, then we get to you and what you want, and we literally just like focus on that, okay? Because yeah, I just said pullback, right? So the Seven of Swords, it can feel a little bit like there's pullback, goes hot, 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 and then Hermit card, withdraw, okay? So the withdrawal energy, that could kind of cause a little bit of trust between the two of you. Either they're not fully trusting you and they pull back and that's a dynamic, or mutual just goes back and forth like that, okay? Let me see what this Three of Pentacles is. The Fool card, yeah. Something about like getting on the same page. How do they feel about you? The Fool card and the Ace of Wands. So there's wanting to jump on a new cycle. They might go into isolation a little bit, or they might feel like you pull back. sometimes it might feel like a risk to come towards one another, because it's like, I mean, Seven of Swords can be wearing a mask, you know, I mean, passion, passion, passion. See, Queen of Swords is in the reverse, but like, what about truth and honesty and clarity on the way forward? Some of you, there could be travel involved or distance, and that could cause trust issues, a sense of isolation from one another. And to be honest with you, a Queen of Swords in reverse can come across as a little cold. Sag, I'm not giving you shit. You might feel that way about them. And because they're not a robot, though, they will shift with you guys, because everyone in your own personal reality, each reality, people are going to show up differently depending on how you focus on them and who you assume yourself to be, the version of you that you're being, and your thoughts and assumptions. But they might see you as coming across as a bit cold, and then maybe they pull back. So it might be a thing, okay? Very, very tweakable. Yeah, Ace of Swords. They want to have a conversation. They want to come out of this sense of isolation. Two aces on the table. Passion, chemistry, truth. Maybe they also sometimes feel like it's a risk to express, because there could be a little bit of this kind of, this person might have trouble with that and they come across as avoiding saying what's what. They might feel like you do. So this could be a communication thing. Queen of Swords in reverse can be a little, just doesn't like to take any shit. So it could be that this, like, there might be between the two of you a little bit of this push-pull, I'm just saying. And that is one dynamic, guys. So I don't like to say it is a push-pull, full stop, period, point blank. It's, you know, Eight of Wands is here. So there's communication going on. This is again also about air travel, so that might be a factor. And this could be about making a plan to travel with one another or travel towards one another. But otherwise, this is just really communication. Maybe they want to take the risk in expressing something to you as well, like take that leap to say what's what. Let me just see what that would be. You see, it's like, it feels like a risk to take the leap. The Strength card is in the reverse. So this is like a couple of things. One, not having much confidence. And two, ego clashes. And when I say ego clashes, it's like ego's fear. So there's like a little bit of this clashing and fear and tension when it comes to openly expressing with one another. See, I mean, literally Five of Swords is staring at me. So that's clashing and tension. Are we speaking the same language? Are we on the same page? Three of Pentacles. Are we cooperating? But then they don't want to like completely disconnect from you. You know what I'm saying, Sag? So it could be like that push-pull. And I'm going to get your side, and then I'm going to get oracles to see what is going on. Yeah, the Temperance card. There's impatient energy here. The Temperance card. Like, you could lose your cool with one another, or someone loses their cool. Because there's this sort of feeling of like, you're pulling away, or you're not like communicating well, or whatever, okay? Temperance card is impatience. Also maybe impatience about like, are we on the same page? Like, are we wanting the same thing as well? Five of Swords. Clashing in tension, or just literally the way you communicate with one another, your communication style. So let's have a look at this Strength card in the reverse. Emperor card. Sorry, not Emperor card. That's interesting though that I said that. Empress. Okay. So Sag, how do they feel about you? Empress is actually really beautiful. Okay. So Empress is divine energy, beautiful, confident, you know, divine, wanting to, this is like the divine feminine, but it's not gender specific. So this is also growth, expansion, children, you know, the whole thing. And so maybe there's been a bit of this push-pull on having the discussion about taking that leap to really expand the connection, to nurture the connection. But you're coming across as very attractive. I said that, okay? But then something with the communication seems like it gets a bit clashy. You know, and causes impatience with one another. Now, maybe the impatience is about taking things to the next level, or are we wanting the same thing? Can we expand this? You know, literally, can we nurture and expand this? Let me see about that Empress. Yeah, the Sun card is just not clear. The Sun card, even in the reverse, is a happy energy, okay? It's just like, it gets a bit dull because it's just like, you know, let's clarify things. And I think sometimes, you know, either it's like there's a heavy focus on self, because King of Wands, you know, can be a bit of that independent energy, self-focus energy, also ego clashing. Lots of fire here, guys. You could have ego clashes, like you both could be very like independent minded, and so you clash in terms of like, are we on the same page? Can we go for it, full card, take the leap, work together and achieve the goal, like family, home, stability, etc. So Aquarius energy, Taurus, Libra, Leo, and Leo with the Sun card and the Strength card, and Sag, Temperance in the reverse. Okay, Saggy, so what else do we have? Yeah, Two of Cups and the Hangman. Soul connection, hanging in there. One foot in, one foot out sometimes it feels like. I mean, hanging in there for like what? Like the direction, or just to get out of this sort of push, pull and communication issue. I've got a Page of Swords in the reverse, so it's like the communication can go in and out. Sometimes maybe it gets a bit petty, Page of Swords in the reverse, because it's like, you know, maybe not trusting one another 100%. Also, this is spying energy, guys. So maybe when you're not talking, keeping an eye on one another. Because the Seven of Swords, it's like, I'm not even getting like a cheating thing. I'm just getting like not trusting one another, you know? Let me have a look. Ten of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, it's petty because it's like, where's the Ten of Cups? Ten of Cups in the upright would be the future vision of fulfillment, joy, kids, family, the whole thing. So, you know, Sag, I mean, they don't want to disconnect. The passion's there. Honesty and truth communication needs to happen. Getting out maybe of this push-pull. It could sometimes feel like a bit of a risk to really like move forward and grow, because there's impatience with one another. I mean, Sag, this is so tweakable, right? So it's all within your control. If you want to change the dynamic, you just need to like, this is old awareness. So you'd be like, okay, this is how it is. We communicate perfectly. We're totally on the same page. If there's any issues like distance or whatever, no, and you know, you want them to step up to the plate and tell you, like, let's move in together this year, whatever it is. You need, if you want your Ten of Cups, you know, then say we have Ten of Cups. I mean, they see you as an Empress, but you might be impatient. You might be like, you're not really showing up and telling me that I'm the Empress, or showing me that this is the plan, or investing in me. So mind your assumptions, guys. Whoever you assume yourself to be, and whatever you assume about person, I don't give a shit how they appeared again a moment ago. With the dynamic is you pushed out, like the way in which you're projecting in that moment. So you can shift and just be like, no, it's like this. You know, if you feel like this person lacks confidence or strength, that's also an assumption. If you feel like, you know, you've just been kind of, there's been a lot of hanging and waiting and thinking about things and, you know, what's the next step, and then issues to do with cooperation, well, we need to take the awareness off that to accelerate in the now moment the result that you want, the Ten of Cups. You're still the Empress, okay? So, but something happens with the ego clashing and the communication here. So let's take our awareness off that. I'm going to get your cards, and then I'm going to get some oracles. How do you feel? The Devil. Sag. A lot of attraction and chemistry, Saggy. Sometimes, I don't know, you might not, like, there's trust stuff going on with this Seven of Swords, but I wasn't picking up like really a lot of founded reasons. Here's Ten of Pentacles. So your focus, Saggy, is on the Ten of Pentacles, house and home, and the future vision. And how do you feel about them? High Priestess. I think it could go a bit like silent treatment sometimes, like hot, cold and clashing, and that could make you very frustrated. Or there's a sense of a little bit of mystery sometimes, particularly if there's, you know, communication issues. Maybe you fill the gap with the worst possible fear. You know what I mean? Guys, my readings aren't for everyone. So if this reading particularly doesn't resonate at all, doesn't have to be. See, Eight of Wands, it's in the reverse. It goes in and out of like communication. They're communicating with you though. I don't feel this person ever completely goes away. I just think it can go a little bit hot, cold, stop, start, silent, clash, silence, hot again, something like that. Okay, Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse, Four of Swords is in the reverse, Star card's in the reverse. Yes, they're all in the reverse, guys, but not in all my readings. We've got 7 of Cups, we've got 5 of Swords. Okay, there's 5 of Swords over here. They want to get past it. Your 5 of Swords, you still are holding all this conflict and tension around the idea that you're very confused and you're mixed about this, or you question whether or not this person's really choosing the connection, because there seems to be the Wheel of Fortune round and round, and then there's clash, and then there's mixed feelings about it, and then the Magician card in the reverse is unfulfilled potential, as in what you're wishing for. So, you know, this is the thing, guys. The potential, I said at the outset of the reading, all potentials exist. So to stop going round and round, you just need to hold yourself dominantly as the version of Sag that has that potential through you, through your consciousness, because you already do. You're just drawing it into your awareness from the infinite field, okay? And say, here I am. This is how we are, okay? I don't know. I mean, Sag, some of you might be by now like, okay, I don't know, is this really what I want? Maybe you don't want the version where the communication is clashy. You know, this could feel strong, the Wheel of Fortune, that's a strong sort of a feeling of destiny, but something about it's like sometimes you feel lack of inspiration, the Star card, or you feel like your wishes are not being fulfilled. I mean, maybe you feel like you're not a priority. 2 of Cups is here. So they feel like you are a soul connection and you're confused about it. Why are you confused about it? 7 of Pentacles. A lot of waiting to see how things play out and feeling like this person doesn't have the direction. And I saw that 10 of Pentacles before. So that might be like, as in material, like house and home, the future vision. Okay, and then there could be reactivity between the 2 of you, or you get reactive, so then they pull back. Let me see. What else are we thinking? What else is Saggy thinking? Star card, Aquarius energy, Virgo, Gemini energy. Justice card. You want balance? I mean, for some of you, contracts, work, legal matters, all that kind of stuff could be the thing, like this sort of waiting to see how things play out, waiting to like achieve the goal for the future. You know, this is the impatience thing. This person like needing to make some decisions on the direction, because work and career could be a factor. And so like this whole kind of, can we achieve the 10 of Cups, being frustrated about that. This person lacking a little bit of confidence when it comes to like taking the leap for the next phase, or I mean, you want success with them, Saggy. 6 of Wands. Why do you have that 7 of Cups? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Confusion, because it's like also just between the 2 of you, it's this cooperation. It's got something to do with, can we cooperate? You get frustrated with one another, and it's something to do with really not feeling very chosen or prioritized. And I don't know that that's even that there are other energies in the mix, guys. It's like something to do with you feeling like the love's being poured into you, or that the relationship is a priority because of the way you communicate. All right, you might have a story. Some of you have split up with someone before, Justice card, marriage, divorce, legal matters. And so there's frustration here. And fear, okay, and confusion. And some of you, this person has before, and so that might be the other thing, is you might feel like this person struggles to really commit to situations. It might be a story that you have, like this person might have said, okay, I need a bit of time, I need a bit of time. If you keep perpetuating the person, like if someone said at one point, I need a bit of time because I've got to achieve certain things, or because I'm not like completely ready, or finances, or not ready for another marriage or relationship because of X or whoever, you're perpetuating it. So then this whole thing around the divine timing and the frustration, you're just continuing something that can shift for you in a moment, okay? So it's something about you just not feeling like it's a strong connection, the Lovers card, but that's self-love. That's challenges to self-love. So you feeling like this person is, you get frustrated. You're like, are they really, it's a 7 of Pentacles, waiting to see how things play out. Communication can be an issue. You want more attention as well, maybe 6 of Wands. So Sag, I would be like, I'm all they think about. I'm their number one priority. They go over and above to my needs are met before I even speak them. You know, if you feel like they don't cooperate, if you feel like they have no direction, they're indecisive, no, they know exactly what they want, and what they want is me. I am the Sag. I have all my wishes and dreams right now. I'm in the reality where I have it. Our communication is outstanding. They're so open, communicative. They blow up my phone 24/7, period. I mean, yeah. Hanged Man, I mean, this is like, there's just lots of fire and attraction and chemistry. Another phase, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. You are the Empress. They don't want to disconnect from you. They are communicating with you. I just think that, you know, let's tweak this and stop going round and round with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? What are they feeling? Okay, you see? There's like a bit of this kind of push-pull, right? It's like emotional block, and then it says obsession and restraint, possession and control. Like, I think that this is the thing, like control. So in communicating, so there's like a push-pull. This could be like with you also, like you get frustrated because you feel like it's out of your control. You wish that they would like communicate or say this or do this. So it's very easy, guys, to change things through the mind, rather than if you try to control the outside, you're going to get, it's like you're agreeing with it and you're identifying with it. So you just need to change and be like, no, it's like this. And if you keep this person locked into the idea that no, they don't express their feelings, they're not loving enough, well, it's just like you're going to continue perpetuating that. That's why you're like, oh my God, they're so loving. They're so dedicated. Understand what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. It's watching, looking, perception, stalking. Page of Swords in the reverse. So even it's like if it goes hot and cold and like it's frustrating, this emotional block, and you argue, like there's always this kind of like watching and, you know, looking and love. There is love, okay? And then there's love again. They want to communicate with you. They could find it very like difficult to express their emotions, this version, guys. I'm just giving you like the other side. So let's not say that they find it difficult to express their emotions. They do want you to know that they love you and there is communication coming through. Look, we've got ascending, new phase, okay? It also says preparing for union. So for those of you that have been waiting for this person to come in and express also like, you know, the plan for the next phase, well, just because you've manifested all of it, so just affirm that this is what's happening, this is what's happening. Don't think against yourself. That is when things seem delayed, or you get a little and then you go back and then you're like, oh, I knew they were going to say that, and then now they've pulled back again or whatever, and you're frustrated or you have a fight and you go back to like an old cycle, right? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. See, new beginnings. So there's something about a new beginning, and then we've got grounding, stability and security, performance, growth and endurance. Okay, there's also something about the money matters. So it's like career, etc., has been playing a big role in this, and this person's level of self-confidence. And you might also be interpreting them as being very emotionally blocked, and then maybe they would seem withdrawn, and then you react. And then it ping pongs, and this is just one version, okay? So we can just be like, meh, that's not how it is. So this is just the check-in at the moment, guys, of what this person is feeling and their intentions, but their thoughts and feelings, guys, change like with you. They shift with you. So keep your thoughts and assumptions about them in alignment with the identity that is the version of you that has what you want and has them showing up how you want them to, okay? I also take you through that in the course, how to do that and tweak behaviors as well. It's not manipulation, guys. It's just a reselection. All right, Saggy. I hope that resonated for some of you. You can let me know in the comments. I intend, in essence, that it guided some of you. I'm sending you so much love, and I'm going to see you in 2 weeks' time.